At 6:45 outside Topeka, owner-operator Ray used an online shortcut, saved 20 minutes, and headed for a narrow delivery window. 40 miles later, an inspector placed him out of service. The fine fell below $10,000. That was only the beginning. Some hacks are bad advice. Others bring federal violations, state citations, license trouble, or five-figure exposure. No federal list gives 18 tricks identical penalties across 47 states. Jurisdiction, cargo, history, and responsibility change exposure. Can 30 minutes threaten tomorrow's paycheck? Ray must decide whether the record matches reality or merely looks like it does. I will expose each shortcut, its trail cost, and lawful fix. The headline is shorthand, not law. First comes the shortcut that can put records under suspicion. Ray has 30 minutes before his delivery window closes. The hack makes the record show off-duty time while he works, or a break that never happened. Myth: a clean-looking log means a clean trip. Actual rule: records must be accurate. Inspectors compare them with the electronic logging device, dispatch, truck movement, and documents. It can bring false record citations for Ray and the carrier, out-of-service exposure, safety score damage, and questions about other days. The fine can fall below $10,000. A lost week costs more. Use accurate records, plan legal driving, and rest. An accurate log is no shield if the device generating it is no longer accepted. Ray's screen is lit, but the device may be off the legal list. For carriers under the electronic logging rule, it must remain on the official registered device list maintained by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. In 2026, the agency removed devices after the replacement deadline. Continued use can be cited as having no valid record of duty status. An inspector can check that list roadside, putting Ray out of service and dragging the carrier into delays and record-keeping trouble. Verify the list regularly and respond to revocation notices. A working screen is not an accepted record. Even a valid device cannot rescue a movement that is labeled dishonestly. That screen creates a problem when Ray marks a business move as personal conveyance. He hears it can extend a workday, advance a load, or move the truck toward a stop. That is the claimed shortcut, not a recipe. Personal conveyance depends on why the truck moved. A personal trip is one thing. Heading toward a shipper, trailer, or delivery is business movement, no matter what drop-down says. Reviewers compare annotations with dispatch messages, location data, fuel records, and timing. 30 minutes saved can become citations, out-of-service time audits, and lost revenue. The safety score can suffer. Exemptions get abused the same way. A broad nickname replaces a narrow rule. Ray hears agricultural, short haul, or emergency and assumes the label does the work. It does not. Each exception has a gate: qualifying cargo, distance limits, timing records, or a real emergency, not a nickname typed into dispatch. A farm load may qualify under one condition and fail under another. Inspectors compare the actual trip with those facts. If they do not match, the carrier can face citations, audit questions, and an out-of-service order. 30 minutes saved can cost days of revenue. The next shortcut is more serious because the order itself says stop. Ray thinks the out-of-service order means get this rig to a better shop. It does not. It means the truck cannot operate for the stated period or until the defect rest requirement or reinstatement condition is fixed. That paper is not an ordinary citation. It stops the operation and puts the duty on Ray and the carrier. Move anyway, and the trail can follow. A later inspection, vehicle movement, repair record, or carrier document can tie the trip back to that order. Then come towing, repair bills, insurance trouble, and, in unusual cases, serious civil or criminal exposure. The shortcut saves 30 minutes. The bill may run for days. Once the order says stop, a scale or inspection sign becomes the next test. That is Ray's second mistake. He sees an inspection sign and decides the truck is too light, too late, or too busy to stop. The sign is not a suggestion. Deliberately ignoring posted instructions, state requirements, or an inspector's direction can create a separate violation, even when the truck has no weight problem. A lawful bypass is different. It comes from an approved system or official direction, not a driver's guess. Enforcement can compare observations with inspection records and compliance history. 1. Ignored facility can mean a citation, delay, out-of-service exposure, and carrier trouble. A scale can be legally bypassed, but weight authority never comes from wishful thinking. Ray hears the usual pitch: the load pays well, the customer is waiting, and the permit will cover it. It will not. A permit for one route dimension or restriction does not erase axle limits, gross weight limits, bridge limits, or posted roadway rules. The scale ticket, weight records, and permit conditions can expose the mismatch. Then come the citation. Forced load adjustment, infrastructure claim, shipper dispute, and days of lost revenue. The printed fine may never reach $10,000. The downtime can still bury the trip. Confirm every weight, axle distribution, route restriction, and permit condition before moving. Once the weight checks out, the load still has to stay where it was put. That is where the cosmetic shortcut shows up. Ray is not checking whether the trailer looks busy with straps. He is checking whether the cargo can shift, leak, spill, blow, or fall. A tie-down lying across a load may look complete, while a cut strap, bent chain, or wrong anchor leaves the freight free to move. Inspectors can treat inadequate securement as an out-of-service condition, which means the truck stops before the customer gets another update. The better practice is plain. Match the equipment to the cargo, tension it correctly, and replace damaged tie-downs before departure. A sound securement plan is worthless when the tie-down is already damaged. Sometimes the damage is visible enough to invite a bad bargain. It can survive one more trip. Ray saves 30 minutes by refusing to replace that worn strap before the next load. Then a cut widens under tension, a corroded chain link lets go, or a flattened hook slips from its anchor. The truck may sit while the load is restacked. The customer calls and an insurer asks who knew the equipment was damaged. The replacement costs little, the delay, cargo claim, and lost freight can run for days. That is the last time we count only the citation. Now the bill gets wider. So pause the countdown at number 9, fine versus total business cost. A hypothetical $5,000 citation or civil penalty is only the first line. Add roadside delay, out of service time, a missed delivery or detention, towing or repair, cargo claim risk, and insurance impact and lost future work. That fine can become more than $10,000 in total business cost, depending on the facts. Not universal, just the bill moving through the operation. That is why Ray's safer move is simple. Communicate the delay. A call can protect the operation better than stacking a false record, keeping an unsafe truck moving, or following a direct order to stop. Who pays depends on the facts, responsible party, carrier history, and enforcement authority. Unusually serious conduct can bring criminal exposure. The shortcut was never free. It moved the charge from today's paperwork to tomorrow's earning power. Pause the list after number 9. The next half leaves cargo and moves into defects, where 30 minutes can become 3 days. Ray's trailer is loaded, doors latched, and the clock is already ugly. Then a brake defect shows up. The shortcut is to call it minor, sign the pre-trip, and promise to fix it after the load. That signature does not repair a lining, drum, hose, or adjustment. A roadside inspector, qualified maintenance review, or the records can expose the condition. Add heat, heavy weight, and repeated stops, and stopping distance stops being a guess. The truck can go out of service, get towed, trigger repairs, and become evidence in a crash claim. 30 minutes saved becomes days lost. Brake defects are not alone. Tires are next, where pressure meets pavement. Then comes the tire that should have been replaced before Ray ever left the yard. Exposed cords, major sidewall damage, severe wear, or improper inflation are not cosmetic complaints. They are failure signs. A roadside inspection can catch them while the truck is parked. A blowout catches up at highway speed, scattering rubber, damaging fenders, delaying the customer, and leaving an inspection and insurance trail behind. The shortcut is simple. Make the load, replace the tire later. The lawful move is simpler. Inspect consistently, and replace unsafe rubber before dispatch. When a warning light appears, some drivers try to silence the messenger. Ray gets the warning before dispatch, a safety system alert, an engine fault, or an after-treatment message. The shortcut is to cover it, disconnect it, or pretend the dashboard is not talking. So the truck appears ready. That does not repair the condition. It hides the evidence at the next inspection. Diagnostic information, maintenance records, warranty questions, or an insurance review can expose it. Now 30 minutes becomes a tow, a shop delay, lost revenue, and a carrier problem. The lawful move is diagnosis and repair through a qualified repair process. Turning off the warning is not fixing the truck. One ignored warning is bad maintenance. Emissions tampering crosses into federal exposure. That is where the shortcut gets expensive. Altering a truck's certified emissions configuration or using defeat device software can turn a repair bill into Clean Air Act exposure. The Environmental Protection Agency lists potential penalties up to $45,268 per non-compliant vehicle or engine, and $4,527 per tampering event or defeat device sale. Some financially limited cases settle near $10,000. Sellers and installers have faced hundreds of thousands or millions, along with warranty, insurance, customer, and regulatory claims. 30 minutes saved can become several days parked. Worse, the paper trail can become its own violation when maintenance exists only on the form. Ray's office can produce a signed inspection sheet showing the truck passed. The problem is, a signature cannot create corrective work that never happened. If a driver reports a bad brake hose, loose lug nuts, or a cracked light bracket, the carrier must document the defect and the repair. Checking a box later turns maintenance into fiction. Auditors compare those forms with roadside inspections, shop invoices, and maintenance histories. One mismatch may be carelessness. A pattern can become citations, out-of-service orders, and evidence after a crash. The lawful shortcut is simple. Record honestly, repair what you report. A valid license still has limits, and the next shortcut ignores them. Ray's license says commercial, current, and clean, but the tractor waiting under the yard lights may still be the wrong assignment. A heavier vehicle can require a higher class. A tanker or placarded hazardous load can require an endorsement. Air brake or transmission restrictions can bar the exact truck he was told to move. The trick is treating license like a master key. It is not. At a roadside check, the mismatch can mean an out-of-service order, employer penalties, insurance trouble, and a load sitting while revenue leaks away. Worse, the card may look current while a separate status says the driver cannot work. That separate status can be medical or professional. An expired medical qualification is not a 30-minute delay. A prohibited commercial driving status means Ray cannot lawfully perform the job. Since November 18, 2024, state licensing agencies must remove commercial privileges from drivers with a prohibited drug and alcohol clearinghouse status until the required return-to-duty process is complete. Official medical licensing and clearinghouse records can expose the problem during enforcement, leaving Ray out of service, off the schedule, and costing the carrier and customer a load. The lawful fix is simple: complete the required process before driving. The next violation travels with the shipment, the paperwork. Ray's bill of lading says machine parts, but the trailer carries regulated chemicals. The permit shows one route, the placards show the wrong hazard, and a page of shipping papers is missing. That is an inaccurate shipment. Inspectors can compare papers, permits, placards, and cargo quickly. That information tells responders what is inside. The result can be out-of-service time, hazmat response, customer disputes, and insurance trouble. 2026 Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance criteria clarified placarding violations that can trigger a shutdown, make them match. 30 minutes saved can become several days lost. The final shortcut feels tiny: a message, a call, a glance, but the vehicle never gets lighter. A dispatch message hits Ray's phone while the truck is rolling, 80,000 pounds passing the next exit. He looks down just long enough for a map correction, a call, or a notification. That glance can bring enforcement, carrier punishment, crash liability, safety score damage, and commercial driver's license trouble. Cameras and investigators do not care that the message mattered. 30 minutes versus 3 days. No workaround. Stop safely and lawfully, or use a legally permitted hands-free system without becoming a distraction. No message saves time to justify losing control. The fine may be below $10,000. The violation may look national, but the penalty changes by state. That is where the 47-state headline starts to wobble. The federal rule and the state penalty differ. Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration regulations govern many interstate commercial operations. States adopt compatible requirements and enforce them through officers and courts. The Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance develops uniform inspection procedures and out-of-service criteria used across participating jurisdictions. Same inspection, different punishment. After the stop, the split widens. The Environmental Protection Agency handles federal vehicle emissions enforcement. State licensing agencies handle commercial driver's license. Consequences, cargo, permit, and weight rules change with the state, route, and load. One shortcut may produce a citation, an out-of-service order, carrier or licensing penalties, sometimes several. Then came 2026. The Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance's 2026 out-of-service criteria took effect April 1st and superseded prior editions, identifying critical driver vehicle and cargo conditions that can halt an operation until corrected. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration also removed multiple electronic logging devices from its registered list. So, do 18 hacks carry fines of $10,000 in exactly 47 states? No, that number is not a national price tag. Some violations cost less, some exceed $10,000, some punish the carrier more than the driver. Repeated or deliberate conduct can make the response harsher. The real bill is fines, tow charges, missed loads, and tomorrow's earning power. Ray's final question is not which penalty headline wins, it is whether the truck can legally and profitably work tomorrow. 30 minutes become several days when a shortcut changes the record, not the truck. A false log can trigger an audit. An out-of-service order can leave the tractor parked while a repair shop waits for parts. That missed delivery can become a cargo claim. The licensing office may need time to review the violation. Then an insurer questions the claim, a broker questions the carrier, and future work quietly disappears. The fine might not be $10,000, the bill still can be. The good move is plain. Call the dispatcher, report the delay, document the problem, and fix it before the truck rolls. One late appointment is an inconvenience. Protecting one load with a false record can turn it into a repair, a claim, a licensing problem, and several empty days. So Ray's conclusion is simple. The most expensive shortcut is the one that threatens the truck's ability to earn tomorrow. A delay communicated honestly is cheaper than risking the whole operation to protect one load before taking any shortcut. Ask 3 questions. Does it change the facts or only hide them? Could the truck still legally pass an inspection afterward? Is the time saved worth risking the load, commercial driver's license, or business? The best trucking hack is not a way around the rule. It is building an operation that does not depend on breaking one. Thanks for watching. Which trucking myth should be fact-checked?